Gentlemates. They are Enkyo, Hallo, and Gromalok.
But you gotta get the points on the board. Gentlemates need them. They've got to win this fight against 100 Thieves. They come in late and they
all gotta move.
Yeah, you can make this as educated a guess as you like, but sometimes... Oh, Gromalok pour la moins 2. La moins 3 pour Gromalok. Non. Doggy one shot, énorme moins 3 de Gromalok.
Your squad just got up to 70 kills. They are now at 87.6.
Crac. Non. On est full. On est full. On est full. Tous à terre. Et c'est ouais pour la team d'Aidan. Les Français, mesdames et messieurs, en situation de 3v1, v2. Crac. Close à moi. Mort, ouais.
Quel gros mot. Oh my god.
Tu m'as lâché. Une balle. Et un autre qui tombe. Il reste seulement Nate Dogg. 2v1. Enkyo, Groma contre Nate Dogg. Enkyo qui prend le full. Let's go, les gars.
Let's go, ça. Imaginez, ils étaient en match point. Oh putain. Ça veut dire qu'ils n'avaient pas encore fait de top 1. Le voici.
We now have four teams as you predicted on match point shift.
We were 2 points away from having 5. Gentlemates again.
In the words of the legendary Clayster, this is the best BR we have ever witnessed. Warzone. With so many teams now on match points after the French have shown up in the biggest way possible.
In the water box. He's gonna go down.
Gotta stay alive.
Enkyo's going down.
Enkyo's gonna go down. Gentlemates are gonna wait.
He's able to bring down FIFA kill. Is he going to be able to get the play?
V2, découvre.
Well, here we are once again in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for Warzone Esports World Cup 2025. We start in group stage. 21 teams enter. We break them up into 3 groups of 7, where the top 7 teams advance directly into the finals. Meanwhile, for the bottom 14, well, they get one more chance and a last chance opportunity. 14 teams will enter the last chance qualifiers. Meanwhile, we'll cut them in half. Only top 7 will advance to the finals, where 14 teams will once again match against each other in match point format. No match limit, 135-point threshold.
Nailed it.
Be a long run, baby.
Because you do have that LCQ if you need it. But when you look at these groups, what's the group of death? Is it Group A?
It's Group A. Without question in my mind, you've got, of course, the defending champs, plus...
The French fans have arrived in Riyadh. The Gentlemates will have a loaded house full of people making noise, trying to cheer them in to the final 14.
Fight is Inner Circle, a fight underneath though. See what Hollow could do. Gentlemates, they get snuffed out. So no one with a massive advantage aside from Inner Circle. They goals that we thought they would have the entirety of this matchup. Gentlemates, they're fighting for every tooth and nail that they can get, but it's not even close.
I've been involved in quiet games over towards that side of the map.
It's the Thieves though, as they find kills in the feed. Hollow's trying to tuck himself away, and the Gentlemates will be eliminated. Gabe Kuhn with the punishing blow towards the end.
All gamers running out of time. I'm looking at squads like Gentlemates, XO, who can have a big finish. You have 2 drops left, and look at 100 Thieves.
The Gentlemates and their fight and their quest so far to get themselves into this tournament has not been a strong day 1 for them.
With the self-res, Cam's going to try to clean it up here in 2v1.
Let's see if Enkyo can find anything here. The 1v2 will be massive. Not going to happen. The win comes in from Novo, but it's a big game from Gentlemates as well. Towards FaZe though, trying to get some control inside the prison once again. From making the push, needs to find this kill. Combs it just far too easy. He'll find the gunfight.
4 Gamax, they're still alive. Can Enkyo manage to go huge here? No, he can't. He's found on out, and just like that, team vision.
Starts to lay claim to the building that the 5 is currently hold. Anxiety finds one though, Big Man finds the other. So you will have to back off if you are Enkyo.
Enkyo
alive. Enkyo will be in front of Big Man, and do you fall? You do. The Gentlemates will be knocked out early here.
But the big question for the crowd favorite Gentlemates, will they be able to get into top 7 and go directly to finals, or will the LCQ be in their future?
So much drama here on the final drop, but the scores are officially in. An Inner Circle has been bumped out. FaZe Clan thought they
but at least these players do have one final chance to make it through tomorrow. Like I said, guys, we're going to be sending 17 songs, so I'm going to be wearing all black. It's a funeral.
It's a funeral, huh?
Go fight every day and just passion.
On days 1 and 2, we're now down to 14 teams playing in this LCQ. Only the top 7 will survive to make it to our final day on Saturday.
That's right. Only 7 teams will advance to the money. Who's it going to be? Finals days tomorrow.
Getting into the mix, Akio finally in the final 3, and Leviathan taking it out, but here we go. Gentlemates starting to make some moves. We've seen them immediately in active trouble. A lot of trouble here. Super yet dead, they go. Well, I don't know a lot of Fridge, but you can hear the crowd, and you can also hear group up. They have grouped up, and they're cracking a lot of folks, and they're going to take down Leviathan. It is a full wipe. Cracking their opponents and pushing at the right time.
And choosing to give up maybe a little bit away. Showstopper is gone. That's Evos out.
Allez chercher ce kill les gars, come on. Il est où? Je sais pas. Il doit se tuer en zone. Vraiment? C'est moi, Nice!
Come on, Mika!
Tree will say Gentlemates, Leviathan is there. Gambit on the other side. Hollow, the lone man off the ball. They fall. Leviathan, how good did they play? Well,
Je suis sur le top, trop bien! Ok. Je dois me plaquer à l'intérieur. On est derrière dans la zone. 3 les gars, 3 Y'en a qui push, bien touché. Un qui push, close au wall à droite. Ouais, à droite. Mort à droite. Mort. Close. Mort. Nice. Encore un. Je me plaque, je crack. J'arrive, je me sac. Let's go.
circle, and this is how things are lining. Still alive and kicking. Here we go. Big man out in the open in a perfect time from the Gentlemates. Wipes one. 5 Fears, a great map as expected because of Fnatic's charge on Gentlemates, but the Gentlemates have somehow come out alive. Gromalok by himself trying to wipe this 9Z Global team. Frankly, they had the best was in XO Esports somehow, someway. Back inside the top 5. Grom Gentlemates are the first to break to the other side. This is a dangerous position. Enkyo, he's creeping, he's sending it. Patsuka, is he falling? Yes, bumped him. Patience the virtue, but over on the boat, it's the Gentlemates flying and stay alive for a moment. There's the cleanup on them, so they're not.
There's a reason why we bang into each other.
Enkyo is out in front. 43 kills for the Gentlemates. Stuka.
The good news for them continue on this bit of form that they've found through these last couple of games. Enkyo trying to put plays from the sky. The shots with the cycle.
Now passed for the first time. Rock is gonna.
They need to do it yet again. Hits the ladder, comes on up, and is at the end of the Gentlemates, but he might have been able to do it, I think. We're gonna have to get the numbers on that. 100 Thieves still alive as well. They take down Gromalok, they take down Stukex. It's just finally 2 teams remaining, and well, look how we end this one. It is 100 Thieves. It was a little bit of a question mark. Could they do it? It's a resurgence, and unfortunately for fans of the Gentlemates, it's a 3v1, and Enkyo, he will go away, throw his life into the zone.
We have XO Esports. It's AGAL. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Esports World Cup for the final day of Warzone for 2025. We started with 21 teams. We're down to the top 4, Ellen, and tonight we will crown a champion. Here's how we sorted all of our LCQ squads. The left teams moved on.
That's right. I think for Gentlemates, they're coming in today looking very strong, especially being uncontested in their current drop spot. Rockets are highly consistent, so they're definitely going to be bringing their A game today. And well, for the Gentlemates, of course, all eyes on them. One of the most dominant teams throughout the LCQ. They've got the biggest fan base. They're bringing the drums while they bring the heat.
gentlemen, going to be feeling that pressure early as we line up for drop one.
Here we go. Every map matters. Every kill, every point will come down to the wire. It could be the difference between life-changing money or simply going home with your head in your hand. But I like what the Gentlemates have been able to do. It's be able to move on forward out of their POI, get on into Chemical, and start getting into the mix. The Gentlemates, they're going to try and make this wrap onto the outside. Can they cut their way into zone?
Daisy chaining a couple of smokes across. You've got to get to that wall first. You've got to also pay attention to the players above you. 100 Thieves are out of here, and there goes Scummin as well. He tucked himself in. AG Global cleared off the board. We're into our top three, and full teams across the three teams here. But you've got the low ground if you're Twisted Minds. You've got Chem still if you are Gentlemates. And there's an early wrap that comes in, but Gromlock will actually find Sage.
A late rotation from the Gentlemates is going to pay dividends. Sage cut on down. Virtus Pro only has 2 more alive, but Noobs and Doggy, they're working together. You have this hop-up. You're playing a little bit of a crossfire right now, but Twisted Minds, they're going to hear all this shooting. They're starting to get active. It's Doggy from above. He has 10 kills to his name in this map. He finds Z-Smith. It's just one player from Twisted Minds that's here. Can you manage to find them? Allman, he's going to be able to bring down Noobs. It's a 1v1, and Virtus Pro had a lot to say before we went live. And look at Sage, cold, ice in his veins, across the stage like a killer.
Their game, and Virtus Pro dropping 31 kills is going to get near 50 points in their opener. That night, Gentlemates waiting for their chance to strike. I think the French squad is a team to look out for. If you joined us yesterday, you saw them dominate the LCQ. Only Rock was really testing them at the top of that leaderboard. They were off to a slow start. Can Enkyo bounce back and lead his team here in a drop 2?
It's a marathon, not a sprint here in match point. And all of these players now dropping in know that they've got so much more to give.
Already down in Bio, a battle between Team Vision and the Gentlemates. Starting to get set on up. Enkyo, he's just L1, R1 pistol in hand, begging anybody to maybe slide on down, and they hear the footsteps. It's going to be Echo getting that opening knock onto Enkyo, brings him on down. There is the full. Gentlemates, though, they've kind of had a great idea of where to set themselves on up. They've made their way on over towards this outside of Dog. For Virtus Pro, though, I think they're making the right call here. Slow push your way through prison. You still have the top of it in zone on fat side.
Scummin in big trouble here, down to 1 HP. Robstar's the important player here. He can cover over the push if it comes through from Vision Esports. He's just protecting his boys. Lennon falls. Echo's tucked off into a corner. Scummin might foil a little bit here. Finds 2. Robstar's up high. Scummin dives in for the cleanup. Can Echo do something? Finds 1. And there will be 1 player remaining. Just up high. Robstar trying to shoot over the top. Finds the crack. Echo holding on for dear life. Robstar is sent. It does not get there. Team Vision, they fight in for the ball.
The thing I will say, though, the goal is 135 points, and Virtus Pro are already nearly there. Into map number 3. What a day it's been so far. Both maps so far. Incredible viewing.
Here in the middle of prison around headquarters, but back up to Bio we go because yes, Team Vision contesting the Gentlemates, and Team Vision winning the fight against the Gentlemates. Not a full wipe, but pretty dang close.
And we were thinking today that Gentlemates were pretty much going to have it all their own way. Will eventually and they are gone. Did anybody spawn in? No, they did. They did spawn in just in time, so Lennon gets the kill on the Grom, but it will not be the end of Gentlemates in map number 3.
Hopefully they can find some footing. But slowly but surely, Doggy gonna swing and punish Enkyo. Just crushes him. Figures advantage, I suppose, I don't know, but Doggy wins it.
We'll have to survive, but he's completely taken over headquarters. We'll go back to him when we need to because Gromlock and Co are still fighting it out against Team Vision. Grom inside. Got a couple other players just towards the backside at this moment in time. Enkyo currently down, so this one will posture for just a second. But look who's getting involved. Yeah, from Virtus Pro, so sneaky. Thank you very much, though. And Grom will deal with Dongy. Noobs is there for the pickup, but that's a kill you would have thought Dongy would have found.
This is more similar to what we saw in the LCQ. Noobs still hunting for kills. It's the Gentlemates, their closest competition in terms of POIs. If they can take down Bio, they're safe forever. Unfortunately, Enkyo picks up his 7th, looking for 8th, as Dongy trying to get into the mix.
And that's all about Hallow, just behind on Bio. He's sitting up top, firing down, gets a couple of extra bullets in, helps Enkyo out. He really did need it. It was in a bit of a sticky situation. Valk out on the minimap, so Vision will live to fight another day, but Gromlock and Co starting to find a little bit of a rhythm now on the Frenchies. Clumsy will get taken down. Back over towards Industries we go. This fight has been going on for quite some time.
You see all 3 members of Virtus Pro now getting into the action. They want to take this north side of the map. This is a big take for them to get down the Gentlemates, get down this Team Vision, who just won the last map. win the north side. The south side will be the Falcons, and it'll be the battle of the behemoths. Dongi taking down Hollow. Finds one. Inkyo tries to trade, but through the smoke can't connect. Dongi swerving, able to stay alive, and spots Inkyo through the smoke. A nice play thus far, slowly but surely breaking this team apart. No, Inkyo wins the kill, wins the fight, and all of a sudden Noobs is backing up to make sure Sage is okay.
Yeah, the recall comes in actually, and they managed to get their teammate back in from the buy station, and now that means this fight up against VP is in their favor momentarily. Dongi out of the equation. Noobs next on the chopping block, potentially he will have to back on down.
C5. Yeah, this Virtus Pro fight is just going to go on forever until someone scams. This 3v3 is going to be a tough one to win. We're going to do a quick listen in with the Gentlemates, as I know their comms are flying and the crowd is loving it. Let's listen in.
Recule, Inkyo, recule, plate-toi, recule. Recule, Romain.
Je peux pas, frérot.
Saute bottom, 5 secondes, saute bottom.
Industrie, t'as de la zone à l'eau, t'as de la zone à...
1 seconde. Ok, zone industrie, entendu.
On a de la zone et on a des armes normalement. Nice, hold. Tu dois avancer à bord. Va bien industrie à l'eau, viens bien sur le mouvement vert. Donc on joue en top 5 là-dessus. Parfait, frérot. Sur la zone. Ok. Là, au pire, on joue avec nos armes comme ça. Bah, marche.
Whoever falls me will fall out of the team, out of the map. They managed to survive. Aiden will back it up. It all settles down for a second as the final circle now comes in. Who will come out on top? Clumsy, JTech flanked all below. FIFA kill. Right alongside Echo. They would love to have Lennon in this fight, but how's it going to go down? Shots down be fired. JTech will start to fall, but the play is being made by Flanked. He's going through the gas, and that may well be the pinch that is needed. Here comes Flanked. Surely on the flank. Can he find it all on his own in a 1 versus 2? Oh. Echo gets the game. Team Vision with another win on the board. It's 2 in a row for the EU boys.
This is way mixier than anyone would have predicted. We look at our best scoring team, that's Virtus Pro. They're at 82. Ways to go before that 135 mark.
Well, here we go. Let's see if some of these teams over towards the north continue with their current play. We are very much looking at the southern circle here. Half of it's off the map. Industries cut off, chemical engineering cut off, bioweapons cut off, and oh my god! Our team who are sitting in second in Team Vision have been in the game for about 3 seconds. Gromlock and Kosa, yeah, you come to contest bioweapons. Get out of my lobby! My goodness! Some of these fights to kick off this game have not been like the previous, which started a little slow. This one, lightning pace so far.
A huge save for
still going.
but Decky comes in to try to get, I guess, some loot and gets punished for it.
Streaks going off in the middle of the air right now as there is 3 different teams in and around headquarters, maybe 4 or 5 to be honest with you. Repstar up top. And this one, as soon as the first domino falls, is going to spring into life. The Gentlemates fans directly behind them. Trouble as well.
This zone has absolutely made the rotation for Falcons impossible. They're out of here. VP's out of here on the push, on the rotation, being cut down. Somehow Rock Esports from prison has rotated down with 2, wiped VP, and now making a move for the north side of the tents.
And this is a huge opportunity for some of these teams to put up some big numbers. Our 2 leaders currently out, and there are still 6 teams remaining.
The tiniest of zones for 15 players, everybody with a tint to their name. Not a lot of cover though, as Resolve knows it. He's just going to throw bullets down range and pick up a couple from multiple different teams. They're going to push in. I told you CT was looking hot this game, and they're finding trades, but Z-Smith's been here before, and he's won here before. He's got an angle on the backside, but he's by himself. Extra J, also a solo. Vision's got the low ground. Prodigy with the high ground. Prodigy finds the pick. It's free. Prodigy with the high ground wins the game. There's no question about it. Leviathan, a great effort, but it's just not good enough. Rock Esports have woken up.
So now I really am worried.
Here is the update. We are 1 away from 100 points for Virtus Pro, still in double digits for all of our teams.
Well, let's get ready, my friend, as our players are getting ready to dive on in from the sky. Plane lines going from the northwest down towards the south.
We'll get a quick look at this fight that will erupt again at Bioweapons. Team Vision up against the Gentlemates. FIFA kill, Enkyo. They trade blows, call it the draw, reset, come again. Enkyo catches Lennon out, who tried to switch in for that fight. Little French prince. With an SMG in hand, not many people will want to fight him out here on the map, and you just found out why.
Yeah, PPP zone in hand will let you take multiple fights in a row without worry. FIFA kill playing from that top side, Echo down below. I do wonder, can they manage to kind of meet on up? But look who's kind of started to join the party here, Enigma. Dongi. He's managed to find himself all the way from Chemical here into Bio. And, well, he'll get cut down by Echo. A little bit of the kills getting fed on over. Gromlock and Enkyo, they'll go ahead, trade on up, cut down Echo in the meantime. So We are a little bit of a blender starting to happen here on this northeastern side of the map as a couple of our top teams start to battle it out.
Yeah, tough for me to watch personally, European on European hate, but it's all right. We'll see the French pick up a number of kills, and Lennon, well, he's got to find a way to slip away. Otherwise, this is their team potentially out of here. You also get the second player back in. Enkyo maybe overextends here. Going to be shot in the back by Leviathan, who are currently set up in industries, and well, the reposition from Enkyo is beautiful to find Len in the feed. Got to be careful about bullets coming in here, though. A little bit of life left on you, and no plates either for little Frenchman there? Yeah, the Frenchman also suffering a little bit at the hands of Vision Esports. Back and forth we go. Enkyo stays up. Plenty of plates in the pocket to reset this fight. Hallow's going to try and cover over from the window if he can get there. Noob slides and, well, firing out in towards the smoke. Will hit very little in the end. Forced to back off, and kills coming through for the Falcons on Twisted Minds. But he's just not expecting. He's forced to back off. There's a huge fight going on over towards No Name. Concrete will be held by the Gentlemates for now as Hallow finds himself a couple of kills in the feed. 5 kills slipped underneath to just anchor his team in for now. But it will be another regain situation for Team Vision. A difficult couple of maps for them. The French starting to hunt in the waters, and Clumsy finds out that they're extremely shallow when Hallow has an LC-10 in hand. So you set up for now. You've got rotations coming in from Virtus Pro. This could be a huge fight for the rest of this map. Lane can claim here to this northern side will give you a free roam down towards Control Center, maybe a little bit of a contest at both, but otherwise you'll be feeling pretty for the next circle. And right now you're going to have to back up and just stay alive. Unfortunately, you lose Wars and Rock Esports in a tough position for the next rotation.
Is Vivico about to get the self off? Oh my gosh, he does.
How the hell?
Smoke comes on out. It's basically because Gentlemates are here and Grandma's looking on over. Have absolutely no idea that Thief had found himself knocked right underneath that staircase. We're more concerned about shooting on over towards Rock. Well, if you're the Gentlemates, you're probably want to just say, let them eat cake at this point. Come on in, let these players go ahead, battle it on out. Hold this side, and I don't get antsy. Don't think you have to maybe try and push for a different layer. Wait for where this zone goes ahead and pulls. Virtus Pro, though, they want some of these kills. Doggy already currently sitting on 8. I think if VP can manage to convert this at least into a top 5, you're going to see them push their way up the leaderboard. But for right now, Head is just going to hold on in. 7 squads remaining, looking to get towards that 1.4 times multiplier. And look where this zone pulls. It's on over towards the school. Hop on the bus, ladies and gentlemen, because we all got to move.
Everybody's going. Who's dead? Who's dying?
How do we roll?
Blake Spoiler gets two. Virtus Pro he gets all 3. They will not hit match point.
Oh my
They will not hit match point.
Holy shit, we still have an extra game.
Fucking cooking though. How do they rotate though?
Fight in the context of this tournament. The French continue to roll on out. They will have a lot of company to deal with. And Kyo's going to get knocked, and you pull yourself off. It looks like he has. Standing back up here, but FaZe will be in school, and Twisted Minds have the rooftop to try and shut this down.
Hollow, he gets taken on out. FaZe, they're trying to play from this other side. Can you take the rooftop of school here into our top 3 as Clumsy trying to play alongside the other 2 players, looking around on the outside, trying to be able to maybe find an angle on these players on the top. Hollow finally gets taken up from Gentlemates. It brings us down into a 3v3. Twisted Minds versus FaZe. C. Smith, he's gonna be the first one to drop on down, but it's a huge wrap. Twisted Minds, they make the first rotation over to school.
So early, and when it turns into layer cake action, so often you walk away from those.
Dream, I asked you, would Gentlemates win this game? You said, I don't think so. But they had a big moment. There were 4 teams all stacked up. Gentlemates, the only one to survive the battle. How many kills do you think Enkyo and friends were able to collect there on that drop?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. But I mean, even going into that, at least, I mean, okay, I don't even know. I don't even know.
Probably at least 15, 20.
15? Yeah, I was gonna say 15 to 20. Okay, we got 17.
Saw 2 of the players. We're waiting on the numbers from the 3rd, and production says, don't you worry, we got the tally. Here it is. If you are a Gentlemates fan, your squad just got up to 70 kills. They are now at 87.6. The question is, will anyone feed them? That's what they need. Come hungry. Falcons are ready to score. They need to get it going right now as we send it back over to the casters.
Maybe we said, hey, you know, things have been going a little bit too good today. It's been a little bit too by the nose. You know, the zones favoring some teams, maybe us. Let's start our own discussion, because you can see in the top left there, everybody is about to have to head down to Stronghold and Living Quarters, man. And so for a couple of these teams, it makes sense that you have to get active early. Gravelok is trying to be able to stay alive here, but Team Vision does a great job. You wipe Enkyo, and while that's all happening, XO Esports, they are already wiped. fresh off the game.
Yeah, really interesting landing as well off screen, by the way, for Twisted Minds. One of them goes to Factory, as typical. One of them goes to Harbor. One of them went to Control Center to fight Thieves. So I'm not sure exactly what the call is there, but trying to apply some pressure, and, well, doesn't necessarily go well because two of your players die. At least somebody off towards Factory will be safe for now.
Doing this nice little split is huge because you can see they find one player, Hollow, he gets found in the feed as well. So Gentlemates in a bit of a blender on that side of the map. For Virtus Pro, they've made their way into zone on top of Prison.
The French have taken to the waters. A bit of pressure here from CT Gaming as well in Resolve, and he's now gone. Leviathan's going to be a part of the conversation.
There's only one player in the middle, and that's Robstar on top of Green. And, well, he's basically just laying on his stomach the entire time, just trying to maybe hold on to this one until the very end. Play towards placement. Says, I'm going to let everybody else go ahead and try and maybe fry on out here. You see Allman has surged on up, has an idea that the Gentlemates are out here on the edge, but I'm looking at Noobs, gets dropped by Aiden. Donkey, he's taken out as well, so where is Sage? And Sage, veteran squads, they know that Falcons are going to be down here, and they know they're saying, in this position, we need to be looking this way if we want to cut them on down. So while Twisted Minds rotate on out, 100 Thieves, they're going to move on over. It's only one player left from the Falcons playing on out in the gas. Meanwhile, everywhere else, we see Noob, Sage, and Donkey all get dropped, but I'm looking for the full. Can anybody go ahead and maybe bring them on out? But here in green, it is becoming a party. Up top, you have Evos, Gentlemates in the middle, Twisted Minds down below. And where this zone goes, well, it goes all the way back towards headquarters. You're gonna have to fight your way uphill.
You will indeed. Soka's here, by the way, has 12 kills on the board, so yes, Falcons will fall in 5th. They get that multiplayer, they get a lot of kills. Didn't necessarily look like a great map, but turns out it could be one that lifts them back into the plate. Gentlemates are here. They have company down below in Twisted Minds. They've got two EVOS players up above, and you've also got all three of 100 Thieves setting up sensors off. Look at the wrap, though. They're coming in on the outside. Jawad activates, though. Those are two huge kills on the members of the Gentlemates. He will get found on out, and Soka actually somehow gets the kill for a nade onto Robstar. But we come down to the final two teams, and look at the rotations that are coming on through. Skullface, blast there towards the sub. Skull, he finds E-Smith. Blast finds Almond, and well, Skull brings down Aiden again. 100 Thieves, they were in 4th before that game.
Have we hit the threshold of 135 points? No, we are just under, which makes everyone else take a big sigh of relief.
A large task ahead of the Falcons, and as we hop into our game here, a lot on the line for a lot of the teams, but not a lot of changes on this map that I can see.
Can anyone lock in on what VP are right now? They are running through absolutely everybody. Oh, you next up? Yeah, come on. Anybody else? Is there anyone else? Everybody falling to VP over and over again. Oh yeah, Gentlemates, you want it as well? You can have it too. Tongy and Noobs cooking it up in industry.
They only need 2. Send the whole lobby at them. No wonder they're at the top of the leaderboard. They're going to come flying into Bio. They're hot. They're going to keep shooting. Gentlemates cannot hang. It's Team Vision. They're going to be on the top of Bio. And Donkey and Noobs, they want more.
Oh, Donkey, he wants to get aggressive. They are feeling it right now. They feel like they can't be gunned. Dongy moving forward, everybody catching the dung of Dongy. My goodness me, everyone who's falling into this guy's sights is dying.
All 3, by the way, of Virtus Pro have moved together. They're looking to wipe teams, and they're looking to wipe Twisted Minds. They can do easy math for themselves. It's harder math against your opponents. They don't know what Twisted Minds has done on the map.
Biffle, that's a big win.
Continuing to maintain control over the shore as Shifty takes down 1 on Gentlemates.
And I think the important story now is, and I hope we can stay with them for a little longer here, is what Falcons are going to do, what Thieves are going to do, and what Gentlemates are going to do. We know we have Virtus Pro and Twisted Minds over that threshold. And what big teams to watch right now are those top 3 and the top 5 right alongside.
Reminder, Falcons need about a 40-point game or so to get past our threshold. I believe the exact number is 43, and they can start right here. Gentlemates go down 1, 2. Only 1 up above in headquarters and potentially floating.
They're flying. Enkyo going to try and survive. I think there's a streak down from Enkyo. Shifty trying to survive. Looking for him here. Should have to pick, and they do. Enkyo dealt with. Gentlemates still alive and kicking. They've gone for a little swim to keep things rolling. The Falcons starting to find some kills here. Starting to find a little bit of purchase. They've started to get a little more aggressive because, frankly, they need to. With the way that VP and Twisted Minds are playing, it really is looking slow if we get to another game and you're not on match point. Big fight going on between our 2 top teams right now.
Already past the threshold, but a big moment for everybody. They trade blows. Aiden finds one C-Smith from behind, takes out 2/3. But it's 100 Thieves that need the win. They've got power possession. They've got player advantage. up above and in the gas. They find the angle, resources coming through. A nice take and a 2v1 for the final fight.
Yeah, they need a kill. Vortex is going to try and find it. Thieves get themselves a big game at a time when they most needed it.
Twisted Minds, Virtus Pro on match point, but everyone else is still trying to climb this leaderboard.
Tell because you've got Thieves and our reigning defending champions.
Things shifting, things changing. This could be the final map of the day, or it could be the beginning of the end. Aiden could push in here, but the problem is if he sells here, Almond is by himself on the anchor position, and everybody knows Twisted Minds is also on match point.
MVP have to get in the water. They don't feel safe here whatsoever, and for good reason. It's trying to get out by the hair on his chin. Just about survived, but oh my goodness me, observers, if you leave this fight, I will come over to production. We've got to stay here with another team who can potentially go on to win. This is Virtus Pro. They are in a tough spot. Squad 9 wiped. Squad 9 wiped. Virtus Pro are gone. They will not be winning this game. Fight for the game is not quite over yet. Hisoka in a little bit of trouble here, actually. Hisoka in a serious amount of trouble. He's actually going to find Gromolog and the rest of the team back in just, and I mean just, in time. Shifty and Biffle on their way back. Gentlemates are another team we cannot count out here. Another team we will speak on just very, very briefly. Thieves are nearly at that point where they need to be. The threshold is only a point or so away for them. If this game does not end here, Thieves will also be on that point.
The Gentlemates only needed about 30, 35-point game or so to breach threshold. So this is a good game for them thus far, as FaZe, it does look like, is wiped off the map. Check back in if there's more action as the Gentlemates continue to maintain control over Bio on high ground. This is a great position for them to pick up several kills from water, which could push them past this threshold if they're able to pick up those kills and multi. We're not even into the first multiplier yet. We still got 11 teams.
Gentlemates could get themselves there. That's going to be a question still ongoing.
Funny enough, I think Rock Esports probably can play extremely patient in industries right now. I don't think they have to fight Bio. There's actually a really decent chance this zone will pull back to center to industries as we see a giant water fight. I swear, CT Gaming has picked up more kills in the water than on land.
Hisoka's found another. Falcons are not there yet. They have denied TM, but they are not there yet. They are not far away. Falcons, though, do still need to find some kills here, as do Gentlemates.
One of the biggest jobs you had was to wipe the top two teams, but you got to get the points on the board. Gentlemates need them. They've got to win this fight against 100 Thieves. They come in late and they win it. 100 Thieves out of here. 100 Thieves have earned enough points. The question is, will the Gentlemates join them past the threshold? Ton, we could very easily see 4 teams past our threshold at the end of this game.
Gentlemates are going to get it done. Falcons have got to make sure. Falcons are 5 points away. Shifty will find NQ out the sky. That is a ginormous kill, but he actually survives there. He manages to survive, but then he does drop. The zone's starting to move, and it's moving towards Gentlemates, but the first one to move is going to be Shifty. Hisoka in the chopper. Oh my word, there are so many permutations, so many ways that this could end. It could end, though, with no winner. Hisoka trying to survive. Falcons still need points. Gentlemates still need points.
Hisoka takes to the skies. Are you kidding me? A perfect early rotation. They've got high ground. They've got the angle.
Send it.
Gonna find one from Gentlemates. We see AG go down to a final 4 teams. We made it to our multiplier. We are looking for this threshold, and the Falcons need a
Oh my God!
Shifty is undeniably shooting straight this game here, Ton.
Biffle finds Maddie. They're into the top 2. Falcons, they needed a game. They needed the game of their lives to confirm themselves on match point, to deny Virtus Pro and Twisted Minds. They will get a chance. Hisoka is here to clean up the pieces. This should be that. Can they get it done? Yes, they can. Falcons, Thieves, Twisted Minds, Virtus.
Will anyone be able to silence the Falcons? Falcons, 142 points, are joined by 100 Thieves. We now have 4 teams, as you predicted on match point shift.
We were 2 points away from having 5. Gentlemates, again, because they didn't have to deal with Virtus Pro, they didn't really have to deal with 100 Thieves much early. They were that close to bringing this thing home and finding a 5-team final. So now all that takes is those 4 teams have to bring it home. 1 win. It doesn't matter how many kills, doesn't matter how many points, you just have to be the last team surviving.
Falcons just pulled that off because they had two teams on the same side of the map. You add Thieves into the equation, it makes it considerably more difficult.
As we are just watching, waiting to see who can come out on top. Gentlemates continuing to fry. Enkyo has been knocked, but look who's already on 5. Gromalok is here. Can he manage to find vision of Rock? It's Gentlemates looking across as they kind of playing around this concrete area. If they can manage to hold on through, this would be great for them to take this map and enter into our upper echelon of teams.
They may well not get much choice soon. Smitty's trying to hold that backside just in case to protect their exit if required. Gentlemates, we've spoken about the situation they're in. They patrol this shoreline looking to cut down anyone and hoping that the 4 teams on match point are part of that. But you can see so many teams now starting to realize that they've got to make this rotation. Falcons are out of here. Scumming deals with them over towards boat side. The 3 Thieves players have started to make their rotation up through the trees as well.
And look at this. I love this. You have to play from the high ground if you are 100 Thieves. But unfortunately, somebody has a cluster strike with your name on it. It will force them to back on up. They're playing on top of Twisted Minds right now. You're trying to dive in and out of this smoke. Hold this high ground. If Thieves can manage to do this and push from the top side, this is going to be crazy. But Gromalok, he is looking to cut down both of these teams. It could be an activation for a third party.
Grom's going to find Skullface, and suddenly the Twisted Minds players fly out. Grom's going to clean that one up, so you got 2 left. If you are the Thieves, Rated flying to Mood, but Gabe's going to slowly throw out the Molotov. The strike's coming on over the top. Can Gabe stay alive?
Et on va décaler sur la gauche. Attention, les dates toujours en vie, hein, les 3. Les 3 sont toujours en vie. Attention à l'eau. Il prend énormément de dégâts. Gromalok qui prend un petit peu de dégâts aussi, mais on va avoir la hauteur. On va avoir oh, Skullface qui se fait totalement annihiler ici par Aidan.
Aidan qui tombe. Le flanc de Enkyo qui fait le stun, qui fait la double. Gengun s'est wipe, Gentlemates s'est wipe.
Turns his sights towards the other way. FaZe, they're here to play spoiler. They move.
Et c'est wipe pour la team d'Aidan. Les Français, mesdames et messieurs, en situation de 3v1, v2. Alors peut-être.
J-Tech back up. You still have one of the AG Global players in, but the Gentlemates, the Frenchmen, go nuclear here in map 9 in order to push themselves into this final fight. Nathog will survive for a moment, but it will be Enkyo to clean things up here. I'm seeing at least 20 kills on the board.
Putain, s'ils avaient été gros, s'ils avaient été en match point, s'ils avaient été en match point, ils avaient gagné. S'ils avaient été en match point, ils avaient gagné, les gars. OMG!
Of our fans behind us, cheering us on. They hear them all the way to the very end of map 9.
You can see the Gentlemates have a good reason to celebrate. They're now our points leader. Pretty ridiculous to see how many frags they are dropping. That is now 131 on our final day. Who is our top fragger? Who is in the running for our Sony Bravia MVP?
Brother.
Yeah!
The Frenchman now taking the top spot away from Gabe and Dong, and we have a 2-way tie there for second.
He's heated up in these last...
Andy, what about your Gentlemates? What's your confidence level?
Sky high, quite frankly. They look phenomenal. They have the family behind them, and they have so much space up at bioweapons. I'm taking them all damn day.
Dandro, because this drop is ready. Make some noise, Kadia Arena.
They will do their best to hunt you down. So for all 5 of these teams now, it is very much so do or die.
It is a marathon, not a sprint. And let's see who still has gas in the tank.
Well, we take a quick look at the landings here. And of course, the Gentlemates will be contested initially by Vision. VP will get their landing for free over by Chem. There will be a lot of activity on Control Center. Thieves have company in EXO and in the Falcons, but they find the kills at least. And well, for the Falcons, they will see themselves their anchor in their typical stronghold location, and Twisted are safe in Factory. So everybody can take a breath for now. The rest of the lobby will have to figure it out. But for the Gentlemates and for Team Vision, this is the most hotly contested team when it comes to match point.
Let's see. The Gentlemates, if they can manage to win this fight against Team Vision, I got to assume their chances of winning this map skyrocket. Already some early fights. Great Molotov from Enkyo. Back down some of the members. You see Lennon slide on out to the left. Lennon and Pikachu trying to create some sort of crossfire here right now, but Enkyo, he will not take the bait. Goes down a level, wants to meet back up with his fellow Frenchman. Trying to retake this fight, but look who's lurking on this outside here, Enigma. FaZe Clan, they've taken over control of Industries for the time being, and they might look to push on out of this to maybe get involved. But Noobs, he's already going to do so. Just taking a quick peek over with his loadout cipher. No surprise there. Everybody just, I think, trying to do their best to stave off the opposition. First to move just yet. Natural loadouts will spawn on in. Back down at bioweapons. Gromalok, Hollow and Enkyo, the Gentlemates, just put on an absolute heater of a game to put them here on match point and the top of our leaderboard. It's been a battle against Team Vision all day long, and well, for Gromalok, he'll get some early sights onto Echo from Team Vision and cut him on down, and a little maybe European love between these two squads. We know this is a contest that has been happening for a while, and well, for the Gentlemates, for them to be able to get that win over Team Vision, that's going to give them a lot of runway here on this map. For the moment, we are going to see Twisted Minds trying to back on up. Falcons have started to make their way on through. I'm looking at the kill feed though. Team Vision, they're missing Echo, they're missing FIFA kill.
Tracks the key, does well enough. Gromalok will be there to clean. It was there for the coverage either way. Trying to get out, Stronghold up towards control. It's that uphill battle they've just not liked.
Yeah, I mean, you either got to push over towards control where you have these two teams and Nova 100 Thieves, or you push to the other side where you're trying to play through headquarters where you have Evos and Twisted Mind. So basically 4 heavy hitters directly in front of you. But one thing we've seen the Falcons do time and time again, it is their ability to absolutely cut through zone. On the other side of the map, for the Gentlemates, it's going to be continuing this battle with Team Vision. Maybe a couple of those body shots coming back to bite them. Enkyo swings on out, is able to find a couple shots onto FIFA kill, cracks the armor. Hollow is there for a solid trade in Warzone. A lot of map left to play though. We're still only missing one team coming to the end of zone number 3. The Gentlemates, they've moved on over towards concrete. You lose Enkyo in the process, but you very cleanly clean up FaZe yet again. Hopefully Enkyo, he's gonna be able to stay alive. Can you get the tap on here? War Gromalok, you will be able to. I like this concrete positioning from the Gentlemates.
Yeah, I think this is really good early rotation coming through. We've seen this from time and time again, very comfortable over here. Not sure what that gameplay was supposed to be, but you are out of here if you are Leviathan. Our second team wiped off the map. And they will now have a relatively comfortable spot compared to some of our teams that are trying to rotate in, including in behind them, Team Vision, a squad that they've pretty much put belt to ass to all the way through this map. Maybe have to pay attention to the fact that they've got some players in the water behind them, but it's Gentlemates under pressure at concrete.
He's got to stay alive here. It's Team Vision. They fully surrounded him. He's able to bring down FIFA kill. Is he going to be able to get plates back on in? Tempered will have a reset this fight very, very quickly. He takes down Echo. Is it a 1v3 for the Frenchman? No, it is not. Okay, that's one. That's on the line. And he will get the final kill.
Gentlemates is out. He almost fucking did a 1v3.
Sage and them are still alive.
Here in the arena. Bullet away for a 1v3 that would have given you great endgame positioning. VP will fight back though against Rock Esports, managing to win out here. However, you are missing Dongi in this engagement, so you're going to have to do it as a 2 if you're going to close this out.
The Falcons are out of here! You've still got Twisted Minds though! You've still got 100 Thieves on that rotation! Thieves lose 2, Twisted Minds in the best position to see it all!
It's all self-revives! It's Twisted Minds, they're here on top of control, but look who's still in the zone! They're not taking damage! Team Vision, they are here, and it's going to be a cluster that comes in up over the top! Skullface hops on out, he's going to be able to get the revive, but the self-revives on top of control are coming on in! Gabe, sighting on up, begging anybody to peek a shoulder. Team Vision, they're looking at control as well. They can't manage to see anybody of 100 Thieves, but the zone will finally pull on over towards the edge.
You managed to get the reses through. Look at them. Allman just manages to get Smitty and Aiden up. Can you stand though? Before that circle starts to squeeze, it's the last one. Thieves have 2, Vision have 3, and you're up high for the Twisted Minds.
Lennon, he's been able to find Allman, but everybody just sticking with each other, just huddling for warmth, trying to keep their tournament alive. Echo and Lennon, they're going to move on the outside, but Z-Spit, he pops on up, he finds Lennon, the knock is there. He's continuing to try and find Echo. The bullets going through the truck. 100 Thieves, they're still alive below. A Molotov will finally be able to bring down Echo. Lennon, he is finished. We are about to come down to our final 2 teams as FIFA kill goes huge. Allman jumps on down. Twisted Minds! They do it to the very end. It was patience all the way through. It will reap them their reward. Our motto this year, Enigma, is rise above all. They couldn't do it last year. And when the competition...
Bon, félicitations la team, hein, putain, waouh. Oh, aïe les gars, et en plus on a parlé du script genre peut-être 3 games avant que vous fassiez le show comme vous avez fait. Et on y a cru, les gens y ont cru, dites-vous, il y avait plus de 50 000 personnes qui ont tout suivi.
Magnifique.
Le public, vous les entendiez à travers le casque? Parce que sur le casque, on les entendait 2 fois. Hein, si jamais.
On attendait chaque pile.
Putain, et même à la fin, putain, FIFA Kill, il a forcé les gars. Hein. C'est votre pote de base, c'est quoi?
Bah, de base, mais.
Ouais, ça s'entend bien. Idiot.
Et pourquoi il a fait ça? Pourquoi ils ont autant... Après, dernière game, vous êtes finaliste. Vous êtes finaliste, donc ok, pourquoi pas.
Rien à dire. Dernière game, rien à dire. Mais tout le tournoi nous conteste, c'est débile. Enfin, ils ont été trop débiles. Ils ont eu peur d'aller à droite, d'aller chez VP et tout. C'est comme ça. Mais.
Parce que leur spawn de base, il est où?
Télécole, là où il y a VP.
Et ils ont eu peur d'aller chez eux, ils sont venus chez nous et bah finalement.
Comment ils ont fait pour vous flank? C'est passé comment? Parce que du coup, on n'avait pas votre POV à la fin, on arrivait quand NKO a failli la 1v3, genre.
Ouais. Alors là, si ça passe, c'est.
Ah, si ça a passé, les gars, waouh, le 1v3 NKO là, ça s'est joué à une.
C'est quoi, moins d'une plaque.
Ouais, parce qu'après, je pense que vous aurez mieux joué le late game qu'eux, parce qu'ils sont un peu chiés dessus, je trouve.
Ouais, oui, mal joué.
Ils ont eu peur, ouais.
Ils ont eu peur, ouais.
Tout le tournoi, ils ont eu peur.
Ouais.
Mais non, mais les gars, non, moi c'est des regrets. Attends, une question que j'avais à te poser à un moment, t'es mort du gaz, Groma, et on fait top 6 à la place de top 5, ça se joue à 0,2 secondes. Ils se font wipe.
Ouais.
Il y a une game, bah du coup on passait finaliste une game avant si. Il s'est passé quoi? C'était.
En gros.
Ouais, vas-y, pardon.
C'est parce qu'il y avait une self au shop en fait. Il y avait une self fraise au shop, je voulais tanker ma première self. Et après, je me retourne pour aller prendre la deuxième. Et en fait, elle a disparu. Elle a disparu devant mes yeux. Je voulais juste tanker, genre, aller 10 secondes de plus, tu vois. Avec la deuxième self. Elle était là, je dis ok, je vais jouer mes 2 selfs pour prendre la reste, je le top 5. Et je me retourne et.
Oh, c'est terrible. Et puis, oui, MVP, Groma, leading game, 68 kills. À ce qui paraît, quelqu'un qui en a 49 mérite le MVP, mais bref, vas-y. Admettons.
Ouais, il faut speak. Hein.
Ah non, mais putain, ce sling power là. Allô, le mental. Parce que clairement, moi j'étais content que vous ayez porté vos couilles et que vous soyez parti au spawn à 3 plutôt que jouer la régu. Parce que vous l'avez trop bien fait tout le long du tournoi. Sauf qu'à un moment, vu qu'il venait à 3 en mode all-in, les dégènes là, en fait, on est obligé de faire la même chose en fait.
En fait, c'est ça, c'était des dégènes. Donc, à un moment, on s'est dit, bah, on est obligé de faire les dégènes aussi et on est meilleur qu'eux. Puis voilà.
Bah, vous les avez détruits, les gars.
Ils nous ont poussé à faire un peu des trucs chauds. Quoi.
Top de overall, les gars. Top de overall, hein. Premier jour, t'as eu des. Vice-champion du monde, officieusement champion. On a le plus de points du tournoi. Mais bref, c'est encore.
C'est ça.
On a le plus de kills. Et puis on revient de loin, les gars. Premier jour, group stage.
Mais c'était le plan.
C'était le plan. Voilà, on se sous-estimait, t'avais des gros problèmes de PC, et puis bah quand le PC tourne bien, c'est le vrai MVP quoi.
C'est ça, exactement.
Bah écoutez les gars, je sais pas si vous avez des trucs à dire par rapport à l'expérience. Nous en tant que viewers c'était moins bien que d'habitude, parce que tu sais d'habitude on a vos POV. Là il y a des moments, je vous assure, les 3 premiers jours ils vous ont boycott. Final ça va, on vous avait quand même pas mal vu. 3 premiers jours ils voulaient pas vous passer à la caméra, je sais pas pourquoi. Mais bah, top de overall les gars, 150 000 balles bordel.
C'est magnifique.
On réalise pas, mais voilà, ça s'est joué à 2 points. Mais après, combien de points on allait gratter les games de merde, genre dans l'eau, les kills, les trucs, genre.
Et justement, c'est ces petits trucs qui font que, tu vois, genre, je pense qu'on était l'équipe la plus régulière de la finale, tu vois. Genre, même les games, on va dire, bousasse, entre guillemets, vous avez réussi à les transformer, à survivre, alors que, bah, il y a FIFA Kill qui venait nous casser les couilles, donc on avait du mal à regain et tout, et vous arriviez quand même à faire des points, donc c'est ça le plus important, tu vois. Clairement.
Carrément.
Non mais les gars, bah, tout le monde nous félicite, je pense vos mentions vont être inondées, GG, merci pour tout, merci de représenter Gentlemates et puis bah j'espère...
Merci à vous, les gens sur le chat, on vous oublie pas.
Tous ceux qui étaient loin, qui sont nés sur internet et ceux qui étaient là.
Merci beaucoup.
Incroyable. Laisse tomber. Le buff était insane.
Bah écoute...
On l'a pris dans le bon sens, on l'a pas subi, on l'a pris dans le bon sens.
Ouais c'est trop bien, c'est trop bien. Bah écoute, vous avez tout résumé, profitez de la fin de votre séjour les gars et puis encore une fois, merci, GG, et puis, bah, j'espère qu'on vivra ça aussi au World, hein, sur Verdansk.
Allez, carrément.
Moins bien l'ambiance, mais j'espère qu'on gagnera.
Oui, il y aura peut-être pas les ultras sur place à cause d'Acti, mais bon, bref, on fera comme on peut, les gars, on fera comme on peut. Tranquille. Allez, GG, les gars, bisous, bonne soirée, ciao, vous êtes les meilleurs, vous êtes les plus beaux, vous êtes les plus forts, salut.
Merci, salut.